Oh, babies, here we are, man. There's so much going on. North Korea and Donald Trump, a.k.a. your federal government, having a pissing contest. The giggles are already on, man. We're having a few drinks. We're having a good time because the real happy hour starts right now, babies.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
The Friday Night SuperShow.
Oh, hell yeah! We're going back.
You damn right. Tag team champs, bitches. The motherfucking Friday Night SuperShow. #1 in the world, baby. Hey, enough of the goddamn horse shit. Let's start the show.
Alright, babies, you know what night it is. You know what time it is. That's right, the Friday Night Super Show returns to the airwaves, the last voice for Liberty Network. I am the mouth laughing and scratching at you, babies. I've got Dennis Ford, Mr. Friday Night, man, my brother like no other. How you doing out there, bro?
Well, I'm alive. That's about all I can say at this point, Lee. But, yeah, I'm doing okay, you know. As always, happy to be here, happy to be on the show, you know, therapy for the week for both of us. And hopefully people are hanging out. You know, I put out some information where people can come and check out the show. So hopefully we got some new people checking us out. You know, maybe we don't offend them too much. They might come back. So hopefully they're listening. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, man. I'm enjoying the infamous cockblock returns here to the air in the studio. So if you hear a little bit of disappointed, give me that disappointing stuff.
Yeah.
No, she said that, all of a sudden she comes in and shuts down the show. No, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a packed show here for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get a little bit crazy because, you know, that's how we do things here, man. We're going to have a few drinks, but we're going to have some great information coming up, man. We're going to see if we can add the Sarge. Here's Sarge. Do we got you, buddy?
Malt liquor.
Excuse me.
Sarge, do we got you?
He's calling in early tonight. They don't usually get the Sarge till the second hour. But
it doesn't look like we're going to get the Sarge. I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on there, buddy. So we'll bring the Sarge in here in a little bit. I'll see if I can add him to the call here. Because, you know.
yeah, Lee, I want to take a minute here, man, at the top of the show, to definitely say congratulations to good mutual friends of ours, Austin and Lisa, for tying the knot and actually getting married. So, from the looks of it, looks like they had a great time. I wish I could have been there. But yeah, definitely glad to see that. Those amazing people, they deserve each other. I'll leave it at that.
I do want to say something.
Nice.
Side, though.
Nice, brother.
They're amazing.
I do want to say something about Austin and Lisa. You know, tying the knot, man. You know, they're great friends. I consider them family. You know, I love them to death, and you know, I'm glad that they you know, were able to find each other. I don't know whether they tied the knot in just a ceremony amongst themselves. You know, didn't involve the state. I'm pretty sure they didn't involve the state knowing Anarchy Austin Thomas. Yeah, but the ceremony was awesome. The video there of the crescendo of the wedding was actually quite inspiring, and it touched me in a special place because it was kind of a fate delivered thing. A couple years ago, I used when Austin and Lisa and I were running Truth Emerges Radio when we were first putting it together. I was putting together promos for all the shows, and I used Ennio Morricone's Ecstasy and Gold from the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly to do a guerrilla radio spot. It was one of the commercials that I'm most proud of that I ever made. And turns out at the end of their wedding there, the Bellagio Hotel there in Las Vegas picked that song to do a little crescendo for their wedding and timed the fountains behind them along with the music. It was really quite fucking cool. They didn't, Austin and Lisa didn't pick that song. The hotel actually did. So it was like kind of, you know, neat that, you know, I picked that to do a promo for their show, and then the hotel picked it for their wedding. So, you know, it's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, Sarge, I think we got you, buddy. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Holy sheep shit. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. How about yourself?
Well, you know, I'm sitting around thinking about Korean barbecue Jesus and all sorts of other fun things, but
Hickory barbecue.
Hickory smoked Jesus. It was an ongoing thing today, kids. You know, the different ways that people just express themselves about religion, barbecue and religion. You know, sometimes the two will intermix.
Keep your pants on. We're gonna get into
religion. Yeah, we'll get to religion here coming up in the second hour. You know, and we'll get to all the holy smoked Alaskan caught Jesus that you can handle. Yeah.
But yeah, Sarge, we're just kicking off the show here. We're gonna kick around some ideas and thoughts like we always do. But I was interested in you know, talking about the you know, the whole Trump 100 days thing here for a minute, because, you know, I don't, you know, signing papers and shit is one thing, but for me, you know, not very eventful 100 days. I mean, pretty shitty if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. I was trying to see what you guys thought about it before we get into anything else, because, you know, it's been 100 days, I assume, right?
Oh, yeah.
Unless I'm wrong. But,
and everybody's making a big deal about the 100 days, you know, it's fucking... Why?
100 days.
100 days.
You can't do that.
This shit is fucking ridiculous. To be perfectly honest,
I'll give it a hell of a try.
The subject ain't no different from Obama, Bush, Clinton. He's not really any different. I mean, look at how he immediately started. You know, started with the executive orders and shit. Like, come on. You just got here, dude. You just got hired for this job, alright? Executive orders, really?
Well, we all knew one way or another that, you know, World War III is in the cards, and Sarge and Lee, you both know of the globalists. You know,
hey, y'all excuse me for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, the whole globalist plan, you know, the world domination, whatever you want to get into, that's the plan. That's the plan that they're working on, and they have figured out a way that if you're not down with that, they'll remove you from power, or they'll swoop in and have a problem with you. Especially if you want to dump any kind of banking cartel that's trying to move in and take over shit.
Well, exactly.
You know,
well,
we know that.
It's been their agenda for quite some time, and you know, for those of us who have studied it and start to look at it a few years back, you know, in my extensive time, your extensive time in this field, even in those who have been in it longer than us, like Maria Heller and Chuck and Jack Blood and Austin, you know, these people have been looking at it, and they're all seeing the same thing that we are, man. It's all coming to a head. And people, you know, if you're not out there a little bit scared about what's going on, then you're not paying any fucking attention. You might as well be the goddamn kid that's out there texting and steps in front of a fucking street sweeper or whatever the fuck that kid died from around here, man. And some kids, you know, walking around with their nose in their goddamn phone, steps in front of a goddamn slow-moving construction vehicle. Yeah, come on. I mean, how fucking entranced in your own technology and your own technological world or your own social media world do you have to be to step in front of a construction vehicle? These things have a top speed of 35 miles an hour.
Just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. The top speed at 35 mile an hour.
Mm-hmm. And you've got to be in fourth gear to hitting these motherfuckers, you know. I know how to drive these things. You've got to. It takes some time to get one of these things up to that top speed. So, you know, in that intersection, in that place, dude, I'm sorry. That kid.
Yeah, I understand.
That's natural selection there.
Yeah,
Process of natural selection.
I haven't even heard anything of that because I guess I don't live there. But,
well, it's a local thing, so.
Not to jump subjects or anything, but like I said, when it comes to this whole thing that we were just discussing, not to mention Jack Blood is back on the radio. I want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's cool as hell, dude. I love Jack Blood.
Back. You know, Jack is awesome. But either way, like I said, when you look at the things that are going on, you kind of see, like Sarge said, there's really no, politicians are a flip of the coin, man. There's no separation between the two parties. They're actually one united force when you really get to the core of it. And at the end of the day, like I said, we all know these things are what they do. I mean, it's sad to say, but they make billions of dollars off of war and buying weapons of missiles and tanks and shit. Like, they get off on this shit. So, we all know that.
Well, that's what they do.
100 days are over, though. You know, now that the 100 days are... I joked about this last year. You know, when Trump and Hillary were on the campaign trail, I was like, well, either way, you know, in 2017, we're going to see some nukes fly, you know, and I was just joking, but that's possibly a reality. Not to mention, I want to let you guys know about this, too. I don't know if you guys know about the Gotham Shield is what it's called, but all throughout the country, including Washington, D.C. and Manhattan, major cities, all over the place, they were running drills on Wednesday, most of the week. Last week they were doing this, where they were running potential terrorist attacks. Now, usually when they run these drills, not all the time, but I'd say a good percentage of the time, these actually go live and turn into false flags or turn into reality.
Well, they've done it multiple times, you know, in multiple big-name cases. They did it with 9/11. They did it with Sandy Hook. They did it with the Boston Marathon. Every single time that stuff happened, they were running drills for that specific thing that day.
Yep, and it went live. And real quick, I just want to point this out. This is the whole thing that I wanted to point out. This is my point on this, is that maybe that people are starting to wake up to these kind of drills and know, you know, what we were just discussing, that these things kind of they turn into reality. And maybe they didn't want to do anything. They were like, well, we'll just run a drill. But at any moment, like I said, this could have popped off, and we all would have been calling bullshit because we already know that they do this. So maybe that drew them off a little bit. They were like, nah, not today. We're not going to do it today. But it's possible that this shit, like I said, that this possible shit is coming. And, you know, being prepared is one thing, but, you know, we're dealing with psychopaths, man. We're dealing with people that probably can't even hit the toilet when they're pissing, trying to control the United States and work in the government and shit.
They are.
Besides autism?
Highly intelligent.
Well, anybody that wants to sit out there and try and control another human being or dictate to another human being what they can or cannot do is, in my brain, you know, quite psychopathic. That just doesn't add up to me. It's not my place to control or rule you. It's not your place to control or rule me. It's
vagina white.
There was a quote that I came across. You know, there was a quote that I came across. I don't know who said it, but basically it was, you know, I'm quoting loosely here, but it was saying basically you have to be a piece of shit to want to be involved in politics. And that's pretty much true because, like I said, yeah, regardless, you know, if you think you can get in there and, you know, I saw Kane is running for governor or some shit, and
running for mayor, I believe.
He might be able to get in there and choke slam some people and get some shit done. But I'm just saying, from getting in there and trying to change it from the inside, you're fighting a losing battle. You have to understand that this shit is organized, a well-organized machine, oiled machine, and it works. And they know it works. And like I said, we talk about this shit extensively throughout the years. But yeah, you really have to be some kind of asshole to be, wanting to tell people that weed's bad for them and shit. Don't smoke weed. That's terrible. That's the gateway drug. The government has a hard-on for weed, for marijuana for some reason. And I know we did a show last week with Jordan, but, that's a key point to bring up. I posted about it earlier. It's like, if they're lying about that shit, imagine what else they're lying about. How about everything? Everything is being painted and it's bullshit. So, again, we all know this. I'm preaching to the choir now. But, some people in society, they're still rallying behind this idiot. Like, he can do no wrong. Like he's he's going to, again, save us. This is the same shit that people always do every 4 years. We're all going to be better. America's going to be great again. Ain't shit changed. It's been 100 years. He ain't done much.
Ain't shit gonna change when you keep fucking putting your faith in a bunch of suit dummies that don't even know the fucking difference between shit and Shinola. I mean, Jesus, Harold, Swedish meatballs. I mean, there's no fucking reason.
4 years from now.
Barbecue.
We're working on the barbecue, baby. Come on, man. You gotta have an appetizer.
4 years from now. 3 or 4 years from now, when it's time to re-elect and do all this bullshit again, hopefully by then the whole system will be collapsed because it's a house of cards. Hopefully it'll be destroyed by then. But
It should be
like that
destroyed.
It's very taboo for people. They're like, what are we going to do without government? Oh, Lordy. Oh, Master.
Lord.
Massa, why are you acting so crazy now? Would it help if I did a little salt shoot?
I got you, Massa. Yes, I was going to get those for you.
How's it gonna get him?
Hold on a second. Massive coming. Act like you're working.
Right?
Oh, we're so going to hell for that one.
Act like you're doing something. Massive coming. But yeah,
in the end, man, that's what we all are. We might as well just be a bunch of motherfucking house niggas around here because that's what we keep on doing. We keep on just bowing down to the masters around here, and guess they ain't no masters. These motherfuckers can't find themselves half the time. That's why they need 25 motherfuckers to take care of them. Oh, I'm a senator. I need a 60-person staff. Why? Because you can't read? What the fuck? Hooked on phonics, bitch.
Donald Trump walks around with like a dead cat sleeping on his head, and he's it's like hard to take this that serious, But,
because I'm sure that somebody fucks that dead cat
Trim that shit
in the middle of the night.
No more. That shit looks like a cat just got on his head and shit and like covered it up with his hair.
Wipe some pigeons on him and shit.
It makes no sense. But anyways, I digress. Like I said, 4 years from now, people are going to be crying the same shit. Oh, we need change. We need something else. He ain't doing his job right. Well, what do you think? What do you expect? We've been doing it. Where have you been for the last, 16 years? Even before Bush. All the way back to Bush Sr. and before him, this shit never changes, man. And it's not to pinpoint or point the finger at the leader because we all know it's bigger than that. Like I said, there's a global... that's another thing, the shadow government that we've been talking about for years, mind you. Now the media is kind of talking about, I forgot what they call it. Maybe you can help me, Lee. But either way, deep state, that's what they call it. So even now, they're starting to come around to this idea that there's a shadow government controlling politicians.
Well, they call it the deep state. They're calling it the deep state now.
I like the deep state.
She does.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's coming to the point where, okay, well, let's let the people know that there's puppeteers pulling strings, and they have more money than politicians. And again, to me, politicians are like prostitutes or strippers. Enough money you throw at them, they'll do anything.
$60.
Yeah, that's the going rate. You always offer $60, man. That's the cheapest one.
The rabbit hole is extra. The rabbit hole is extra.
But she's got to say, I'm Alice! No, wait.
We know that. That's what I'm saying. Majority of people that are listening to the show or tune into our show or Austin's show or anybody's show. You know what I'm saying? These things are, at this point, kind of public knowledge. Like, you should understand that, yeah, there is forces out there, other people that have names. You can call them the Illuminati, you can call them whatever you want to call them. But I'm telling people that there are people out there pulling the strings of not only the United States government, but governments throughout the world. And this goes into banking, the Federal Reserve, et cetera, et cetera. All the shit that we've been discussing over the years. And like I said, now the media is like, well, yeah, maybe there is something to that, and we'll start reporting on it because we don't have anything else to do. So they're starting to open that up. And me and Austin were talking about that on the show. It's like, you know, we've been covering the shadow government. Me and Ted Jotte, matter of fact, he's going to be joining us later on, hopefully. Me and him did a whole show on that probably 3 years ago, and it was called The Shadow Government, where we broke down, you know, all these institutions or all these different branches of, from finance to everything that infiltrates and controls the United States government. It's about money to a certain point, but after you have all the money, what do you want? You want power, you want control. And these people have enough money to move into that next round where they can have control over not just countries, but also the governments that run them. And this goes into Freemasonry and some other shit as well, but again, I digress.
Yeah.
But we've known this shit for years. Sarge, you've known this shit. You know? And like I said, these people profit from war. So that's what they want. They want more wars. The never-ending wars. The war on terror is never going to end because it's so profitable to these shitty-ass people that make bombs and bullets and shit all day. And that's just, you know, that's good business to them. You know, killing people is where they get off. You know, they love it. They can kill two birds with one stone. They can make a lot of money and they can create destruction and chaos throughout the world. So they win on that aspect. But you know, my main thing is to let people know, especially Sarge, I know you can vouch for this, but people, if you know anybody out there that's interested in joining the military or joining the armed services or whatever, you know, let them know, man. Talk to them. It's not about you getting a charger, getting a new charger, and going to college and shit. It's not about that. Because you're doing, you know, people are signing up for shit and coming back broken, completely broken. Sarge, I know you know.
If they come back at all.
Exactly, if you make it back. And even if you do come back, there could be some circumstance or something that happens where you get your leg blown off or some shit. You're just never the same when you come back from that shit. So, like I said, if anybody, you know, talk to people and let them know, you know what I'm saying, don't sign up for this shit because if people stop signing up, they won't have people to fight their wars. They'll have to go fight their own wars. And they should be doing that anyway, in my opinion. You know, send Trump's kids over there. Give them a gun and shoot them over to North Korea or whatever. You know, let's try that out. That's the problem.
Oh man, sweet and powered Jesus, man. They ain't fucking gonna have none of that. That the elite children will never go run and fucking be a part of the war. None of them will ever be a part of the war because that's not their game. It's to send us poor, send us unprivileged motherfuckers out to do it, man. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I can't stand how much this has continued since, you know, fucking the dawn of time. I mean, every now and then they'll throw out, well, Elvis enlisted today, or, you know, believe me, we tried to draft Muhammad Ali and blah, blah, blah. Prince William, fuck off with all that shit, man. You're all full of fucking shit. You're not going to send your kids out to anywhere that's dangerous, to anywhere where the shit is, which happens to be what our government and our military keep fucking stirring up all over around the goddamn planet. But for fuck's sakes, let's not pay any attention to that. That it's us, you know, stirring the shit everywhere via the CIA, via this whole ISIS bullshit that we created, the Iraq war, the Iran war that we instigated, the Korean war that we're starting to build up, World War III, which practically is getting ready to shit down our neck. Man, come on. Let's look at the history. Let's look at the track record of these ass clowns for the last 50 years, at least. Come on. It's not that... It's not like it takes rocket appliances to sit and look how bad they've been bending you over the tank and fucking you up the keister.
No lube, mind you. You know, raw dogging. But,
fucking raw dogging like a motherfucker and then spew on your back and tell you it's raining. It's bullshit.
It is. You know, and it's it's something, like I said, over the years that we've covered extensively.
It's a
And,
famous bowl.
you know, it's good to have people like Sarge, somebody that's been over there and came back and can give, you know, his perspective on it. You know, I remember when Sarge wrote that, I don't know, a letter that he wrote and posted it. You know, I remember that, and reading that, it just, you know, it just, I don't know, it works up emotions in me that are, I get angry, but at the same time, it's just who we are as a species. I mean, people, it's like, you get mad at somebody and you're arguing with them. It's just something that we have in us. But when it comes to war, in my opinion, I don't think, you know, it's just a racket, man. It's just a bullshit, chaos, you know, destruction. Nobody wins from war. You know, only thing that wars determine is who's left. You know, and if you're talking about
trying to avoid liquor,
dropping nukes and shit like that, you know, that could tie into, you know, the guidestones and the population reduction. They could do that shit overnight. But
small amount,
they have been doing the population reduction because they've been doing the slow kill through the food and through all. That's a whole other show. But yeah, I mean, World War III is right there, and with this asshole in control, and not just him, all the assholes before him, you know. They shouldn't have any access to any kind of giving orders and directing missiles and shit. Cause like I said, Donald Trump can't even comb his hair right. This dude looks like an asshole on TV. So, you know, that's just my opinion. I just think war is just pointless. You know, I don't want to be the hippie aspect of it, but you know, a world living in peace is probably never really going to happen. But,
well, it's really hard to achieve that aspect when you've got 100 million people sitting around the world thinking that everybody's out to get them. Because that's the paradigm that we've allowed to be predicated upon us, man. It really is. They for hundreds and hundreds of years now, man. They've been indoctrinating people into the belief that every other country is out to fuck up your country.
No, she likes me.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Well, even after post 9/11, again, the war on terror, the bullshit war on terror, which we all know it is. You know, we have to have a boogeyman. We gotta have an enemy. And ironically, they create these enemies.
Fucking trying to do a fucking show.
Show them. They teach them, and then later on, when they have a conflict, they're like, "Oh, well, now you're the ISIS. We're gonna come and get you." But either way, like I said, post 9/11,
way older.
You know what I'm saying? The war on terror has been kicked off, and it's a never-ending war.
I'm 49.
We're even around. Say we live another 50 years, this war is possibly still going to be going on. It's already boring. It's very boring. It's not something
I'm 40.
that we should be involved in. We're not the world police. It's not. This isn't a movie. All right.
22.
So we're not.
Holy shit.
We shouldn't be doing that. We can't fix the shit here. All those bombs and shit they dropped on Syria could have fixed the water in Flint, Michigan. But priorities, we gotta get our priorities straight.
I'm way older.
You know, we
than
can't help American people. There's no money in that shit. We just gotta go bomb and kill ISIS.
22.
That's what we gotta do.
I know that.
And while they're doing it,
well, it's
bombs, their stock goes up. So
it's the funniest thing, man. We sit here in society in America, and we tell fucking.
Are you serious?
Hang on here, bitch.
Sorry.
We tell our children in school, you know, let's not bully people around. Let's not be mean. Violence never solves anything. And then when they grow up, quick, take this fucking M15 and go over there and kill these fucking brown people. Quick.
Yeah.
That's racist.
That's what we tell them. That's what we send them out to do. Sarge, they did the same thing to you, brother. Am I wrong?
That's intense.
Sarge, do we got you, buddy?
That's why I said
that's your dad's. This is your dad's bucket. This is my bucket. Because I gotta wash my face.
Go ahead, man.
Either way,
I'm still.
He might. I don't know if Sarge is this or not, but either way, well, another aspect or another example is thou shalt not kill. One of the commandments, right? We'll get into religion. We'll get into religion later on, but thou shalt not kill unless thy government says it's okay, and it's completely cool. You can do it.
If thou hast badge or government approval, then thou can kill anyone without repercussion.
It doesn't matter anymore.
That's some type of shit.
But yeah, Sarge, I mean, just give people, people checking us out or listening, just give them a perspective. I know we went down this road many times with you.
Not that I want.
But yeah, I mean, they did that to you, man. They were like, here, these people, they never did nothing physically to you, personally. But the government was like, here, go kill these people, because we said so. So, I mean, just let us know your experience with that, real quick.
Excuse me, what did you say, brother?
I was just saying, if you can elaborate on your experience of there and, when you came back and, all that shit that we talked to you about before, just to give people a rundown of everything you went through, so.
You're not throwing that away. You're going to eat it. Okay, but you can eat later.
Yes, I will.
They'll be coming up on break.
Well,
because it's time to smoke weed and get high. And have a couple of beers.
If you want to, you don't have to.
I gotta go behind you for a second.
war is hell, man. It is. It really is.
Are you live? Can I say what's up to Dennis?
No.
All it is paid mercenaries, vastly and ignorantly misled.
Yeah, but Dennis don't suck that dick at night now, does he?
Paid to kill each other. It's kind of fucked up. It really is.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, is it really worth it? In your opinion, was it really worth it?
No, it wasn't worth it whatsoever. But fucked up thing is, everybody wants to sit back and keep wanting to go along with the very government that's going against them and
fucked me up.
And they can't even pick it up. How can you not see that this shit is wrong?
Jesus, that's not
war and killing people. I mean, because who are the casualties of war? Mostly innocent people.
That's what I'm saying.
That is fucked up, dude. It really is.
Seriously?
Sorry, real quick. I mean, that's kind of the basis of, when we do an airstrike and it kills innocent people, we call that, collateral damage. But those are people's children and people's family.
Let me correct you. I know that's the technical term for it, but I can't refer to people's lives as collateral damage. That's beyond collateral damage. I mean, that's beyond collateral damage. That's easy
murder.
This biscuit is so hard. What is this?
It's your biscuit.
That's part of the issue that I was trying to get to is that, this is why there's so much hatred and animosity towards our country from other people throughout the world, because we just do shit like that. It's just, hey, whatever. We gotta make money and these bombs and shit.
Love you, Pop.
And that shit is how, that's how potential terrorists and shit like that. People that are like, you know what? They want revenge. They want to get revenge on whoever it is. And that's how these things go down. Like I said, you can't. You're right, man. I just, that's another thing. It's like, I never understood the people that rally for war and shit. I never got behind that, because it's always just people sound like idiots when they do that. It's like, we need to go kick North Korea's ass, and we need to go do that. You don't need to do shit. You need to, let this war machine chill out for a little bit. How about that? Let's get a good 10 years where we're not running around the globe or trying to blow up shit and kill people and shit, because they don't want to get down with the New World Order or whatever you're trying to build. And that's another aspect of the United States government, the military. That's the branch of the enforcer of, in my opinion, the things that they're trying to build. If you're not down with it, you got to lay down. And that's where the United States government and the military and all this shit comes in.
How funny is it? I'm wearing a ham shirt.
Gaddafi, all these people, man, they went down with the central banking cartels, and a lot of countries, even North Korea is talking about dropping the U.S. dollar and going back to whatever. They don't like that shit, and that's the core of what's going on. But when they get on the media, when the mainstream media is talking about it, like, North Korea is testing bombs, blah blah. You know, they're always trying to distract from what's really going
Matches your
on.
shirt.
But again, we're talking about people in the United States of America, American citizens that are so.
Girl, you can't go on.
I don't want to say
like,
brainwashed, but just so overwhelmed with
exactly
the society that is going on here that they, you know what I'm saying? They don't ever get into none of this shit. They just think, you know, this is just the way things are, and that's not the truth. You know, that's another thing, man. We live in a pain and illusion of just bullshit lies. And that's what I'm saying. Once you can't build a foundation or a house on bullshit lies, because it's not going to work. And there's their time. That's another thing that I'm observing is that their time is running out. They could throw a dog in there as president of the United States. It doesn't matter at this point because as slow as it is, there are millions of people waking up. They may not say shit.
We wouldn't.
They may not be as active as we may be, or you know.
That's what my dad laughed because he knew. He knows
slowly they are coming around to something's right here. So I can do all the bullshit. And they know that, and
she knows more about my
every time I have a discussion with somebody, I mean, I've been trying to work up conversations with people when I can, just random people, just to see where their minds are at, you know, just to see.
Do you remember the fat bitch?
You know, most people are talking about the draft or some shit, or NFL draft, or some stupid TV
and I guarantee you, at least 30 minutes after sex, that motherfucker was sitting there and going, I know it was somewhere in this
way. Throughout the conversation, we may get into something like this, and I just try to, you know, plant seeds, if you will, and just let them.
That's when she turns around and looks at you and says, "Look past the
age." Give them a website to go check out, or nothing, but just give them some information on something that later on it's up to them if they want to go look it out. But it's a slow process, you know what I'm saying? When I got into
that's why I have the nickname I do.
Doing all this shit and whatever, you know, activism, whatever you want to label it, you know what I'm saying? It was a slow progression even then because I was so amped up. I was like, I got to tell everybody I know. Everybody needs to know this shit is going on. I still am, but at the time when I first got into it, my mind was so blown that all this shit was really going on. And I was just trying to let people know, let everybody I could, or everybody I talked to, just to let them know.
Well, it's an incredible feeling, man. Yeah, especially when you find out that most of the things you've been told your entire life are bullshit. Yeah. You start to sort of.
Loving me is.
I mean, I know the sky's blue.
No, not that.
But that's about it.
It's okay. No, not that. No, I'm talking about your history. You know, what you were taught in school. I mean, aside from mathematics and anymore, that's getting to be a debatable subject with Common Core. But
polyanthrogram, that's bullshit. How do you say it?
What? Huh?
Exactly.
What'd you say?
Polyanthrogram.
Yeah, or however you say it.
Polyanthrogram. What the fuck's that?
What they should tell kids in school is cocaine is the square root of methamphetamine. Don't get hooked on heroin and you'll be good to go.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like I said, let's go back to what I was saying earlier. Let's really talk about this whole marijuana thing again, because I saw a picture earlier. I reposted it. You know, they put the cops were like 180 pounds of weed
it's funny that
we seized. You know, the dog's all happy and shit. The dog, you know, the dog got a treat out of it, and he sniffed out some pot. Come on, man, go fight some real crime. They ain't hurt nobody. Even if that's underground drug market, and it looked like good weed in the pictures. So I know a lot of people are disappointed.
Why not just fucking put the meth lab and send him home with the meth lab in here, dude? Let your parents have
crime. Weed doesn't do shit. It's not going to kill nobody. Is my point. And they are celebrating this shit.
Never has.
Cops pull over. If they get a seizure like that, I can imagine all the cops get together and have a big orgy at the police station. They're like, oh yeah, we got the weed.
The police station?
The weed's on the street. Oh, we're so good at our
big,
job.
Greasy, fucking butch haircut, fucking ball tucking, fucking just grease ball. Yeah. I mean, picture George Green and Ted from fucking Trailer Park Boys in a big old rollicking threesome with fat-gutted Randy, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking in my head when I hear about this shit. Hang on, boys, I gotta hit this blunt. Hang on.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't know if you've
that was a link to a cyclone thing, and I tried to use it to open my beer, so I pushed it on there. I backed it, and it shut off.
They had another pullover stop or whatever.
What?
I don't know.
Don't hit your
maybe
dad.
a pound. Possibly a pound of weed.
Okay.
And then, you know, it was all broken up for distribution. And then they had like 2 machetes on each side of it. And these cops were like posing like they brought in El Chapo or some shit.
We got El Chapo! It's so dangerous!
It'll help me throw up.
Oh my God!
Anybody know what the practical use for a machete is? I assure you, it's not the Friday the 13th movies. Okay. Yeah, you're not going out there in a hockey mask
You don't live?
talking about buy my weed, I kill you. That ain't happening. Okay. It's mostly either for self-defense or clearing brush. For Pete's sakes. I mean, come on. Sorry, kids. The blood is flowing around here. It's tasty.
You want to?
No, I'm just saying they were posing in the
Dennis,
future, like,
2020.
the biggest drug lord
Make
kingpin
America
planet.
great again.
But ironically, you know, again, look at
Let me
history.
get on
Go back
there.
and research the CIA, and we'll find out he was just in the highest grade
Fucking
cocaine
asshole,
in Los
cunt, bitch,
Angeles
looking
and all
fucking
throughout the
tiny
major
pussy
cities.
looking
And
motherfucker.
yeah,
You fucking running around with your fucking cocaine on the list.
$20 ass down for it. Make a $40 comment and I kick $60 of your ass.
They make sure
Do
that if
you
you
want
don't
some
play
more?
ball,
Did you look the fuck
they'll,
out?
they'll intercept your little ship, your little
What?
shipment that's coming in, and they'll block
I
you.
want you to look out.
But other than that, yeah, they want to brag about busting people for weed and
You really?
oh, we did it. Oh, the sergeant's gonna buy some. You know, the lieutenant's gonna buy some because we got the weed off the street. Meanwhile,
Calls for payback.
you know,
Try it
like I
again.
said, they demonize this plant, man. This plant is not hurting nobody. In fact, I've read over the past years in multiple cases, this shit has actually saved people's lives, lives around, and actually helped them. Which brings me back to the show we did last week with Jordan, with CannaSense. I mean, the medical aspects of this plant is something that the government has been bullshitting and shitting on us and lying to us for so long that that's just one of the lies that is eroding. It's falling apart, and they can't really do anything to
Well,
stop
I'm gonna be
it.
honest, I can't
But
find
they
it.
want to keep telling the public that it's so bad. You know, when I was at the hospital, I had to get checked out at the
That's good
hospital.
news for you, Dad.
I don't know, I guess it's my appearance or the shirt I was wearing.
It's
The
always
nurse was like, do you drink or smoke weed? And I was like, why would you ask me that? You didn't ask me if I
Shoot you with my
do any
strong
other
one.
drugs, but weed? You interested in, like, what?
Shoot you with my
What?
fucking KFC
Hold on a
jelly
second,
gun.
wait a minute.
Especially when it comes to cannabis, dude, it's almost ridiculous at this point. 28 states, including my own state, now have some sort of federal or some sort of official cannabis law on the books. Medical cannabis is allowable in 28 states. There's only 50, they tell us, in the union. So, you know, that's over half.
Right to the heart.
And at that point in time, you know, even when CBS News on 420 is reporting about 420, it's National Weed Day, they're saying, and everything, and doing polls, and 64% of the people that they're polling a jump from last year, you know, coming up. It's in everybody's faces. It's out there in the mainstream. Everybody's fucking like, who gives a fuck whether or not it's legal? No, it's not hurting anybody. It's the science and the reality of the fucking plant has been proven.
I'm the only one that'll ever get away with
Yeah, and that,
No, I've gone away with the several
seriously.
times.
like I said, that's one of the
I fuck with that.
struggles that I've really focused on in last year. As a matter of fact, I had some people, you know, I went to high school with and grew up with, and they had a kid, you know, that had autism. So
Are we muted?
I was reading some stuff
Oh,
that a good friend of ours
Are we muted?
on the show. Her son,
That's right.
you know, and the journey that she's went on this
Let
last
me
year,
fucking
she
talk
said
to
that
Dennis, man. I'm trying to get
plant,
on.
not even him smoking it, but just the oil or however the medicine doses that she can get to her son is turning him around completely. He doesn't have seizures anymore. You know, it's I don't know why. I don't know why. I know why. You know, Big Pharma doesn't want to cure people because, again, there's money in that. You can find the middle. People live for dead people, so you got to kill them slow. And you can't cure people because they're not going to make any money off of them. They're just cured, and they're not buying your pills. So you got to find the middle where you can just keep them sick, strung out on your bullshit pills, when potentially there's a plant out here that this goes even into the colleges and shit that are training these pharmacists or these nurses and doctors and shit. This shit's got to change. It's just like the dentist with fluoride. There's a reason why the dentist didn't agree with the fluoride in the toothpaste because he knows what's up. But 9 of those other dentists got paid off or whatever it was. Yeah, you need fluoride in your toothpaste. Fuck you. You don't need that shit.
Hey, listen, boys,
What's wrong with these people, man?
Boys, it looks like we've got Ted, Jotte. Ted, are you there?
Hey, Lee, I'm here. I just called and got this.
Yeah. We're running this through Skype right now because I haven't set up the official phone line for this network because that costs a lot of money. and well, that life intervenes as that goes. We're gonna try and bring in Trip here in a minute, so I had to call you back. But Ted, it's a great pleasure to have you back at the show again, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Dennis asked me earlier, and I had some free time tonight. I just had to call in.
I'm stressed.
You're stressed?
Man, everything's about money. Money and killing nowadays.
No, like 2 people my whole life is dying.
A lot of things going on out there.
I'm exhausted.
Should I hear this?
I wanted to point out something too, because
money is just how they enslave us. All right, it's the power that they're after, and while they're busy enslaving us and distracting us, and killing us systematically, but we're not even,
We'll go show up on the bill.
thinking
That's probably a lot of
but
Hold that much weight?
it's a matter of not.
Call me fat?
It's a matter of
She
not
weighed
being
like
empowered.
80 pounds, literally soaking wet.
Right. That informed people, and I mean, there's strength in numbers, and united we could stand. I mean, it's, unity has got to be the first, and, Americans, as far as we're concerned, we're not united.
Hell no, we're not. We can't even agree.
There's some
We
who are fully awake and somewhat awake, and then the rest of them are fucking idiots.
When the fuck are you going to break, man?
Well, when it comes to knowing anything that's really going on, they're basing their life and everything they do off of bullshit.
Right. Sorry,
I'm a pretty well accomplished goal. So the goal is to divide, and if you look across the country, everybody knows what's going on right now, and everybody knows that this has been their goal. So, it's like, who cares? Okay, we're divided, so what? It's just amazing what's going on.
No, that's part of it, Ted. I just wanted to bring this up because, like I said, last year on the same date, we actually had you and Rachel on the show, so that's why I was kind of like, hey, I wonder if Ted's got some time to join us. But also, I was saying earlier,
we also got Trip with us, too, guys.
Hold on a second. We maybe did an entire 2-part series show on just the shadow government, and then branched off from that and did some other shows, but again, one of your things that you've always taught me are to definitely research its history and how things, kind of repeat themselves and shit. But I definitely want to give you, because I know Trip's joining us too. Also, we got to, give everybody a moment to talk, because we got, 5 people on the line right now. So, yeah, Ted, also, I know you got a show or something that you're working on too, so, go ahead. I'll give you the floor here for a few minutes.
I'm supposed to go in and say hello to your mother.
You're talking about the money.
Okay, you gotta learn the lesson when I'm here. And I don't know that I'm here. You do not tell my mom
I
that
just
I'm
don't participate. I use their money
Seriously?
just because the store I go to, they give me eggs and milk when I give them this paper, So I do that.
Are they GMO?
Dad's already
No,
doing
no, I don't get into that stuff either. Monsanto is not my favorite
Tell us
company.
Again, we did a show about that, I do believe.
We've done several and been talking about Monsanto.
She knew he was
I've
coming up.
probably eaten enough dioxin to light up the city.
That's his
So,
cigarette.
I'm done with that. But, talking about killing, they're killing us with their slavery. Most of the people are brain dead out there anyway. They take their paychecks and they live their life. They don't care about anything but what's in their favorite show on their 72-inch flat screen TV and whatever they're into, whatever media they're into that keeps their brains functioning at third-grade levels. It's pathetic what the people have turned into. But they're also, they want to start all these wars. We got North Korea going on. We've got Iraq going on. We've got Afghanistan going on. We've got Syria going on. We got how many wars? We got 17 wars going on, something like that.
I know a lady with
We're just blasting people, spread body parts all over the world right now.
They do this all the time.
Killing has to be sanctioned by authority to be illegal and collectively moral. So somebody with some type of assumed authority goes out there and grants themselves this right to tell everybody to go out and kill people. Just between me and you guys, I think killing is immoral, and I think it's illegal under any circumstances. In the eyes of the authoritarians that delegate themselves this power, this philosophy has been the guardian of evil since the first ideological war was fought in the name of who you die. And the ideology and the idea that killing, to prevent killing, that is the inverse of morality.
Mad at me, that's fine.
It's predetermined only by those who benefit from taking lives. Masking killing with authoritarian approval makes it doesn't make it any less immoral than a straightforward unauthorized killing.
No,
that's right. You're absolutely right.
The only time killing is necessary is the only time killing is necessary is in a case of self-defense for an individual. In my opinion, that averts the moral issue. However, self-defense, when the governments apply it, claiming national security or righteousness, it totally obscures the principles of morality, since the majority of the killing is defending no one. Well, they're common people that aren't hurting anybody. We're killing millions of people all over the damn globe.
Cougars just fucking
are hurting no one. This is not in self-defense.
So that's just fucking
justified, and it's moral.
I don't care. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm
going to put the authority to say so.
I look old.
Moral.
But she looks young.
And we train all the guys and girls to go over there and
my son's
serve
28.
their masters, and it's just
My
getting out
daughter's
of hand.
24.
And it looks like, we're going to be into it with North Korea. Well, that's just going to be a real friggin' picnic.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's going to be fun.
What do they get? Yeah, what are they going to harm you? 10 million over there? I mean, come on.
19, 20, and
This is just insanity at the wazoo. It keeps getting more insane every day. Every time I get on the internet and dig for news, it just gets more insane
I thought
every
he was
day.
30.
And
Ogre.
People have been taught to hate.
I've been working
People
for
have
Pat
been
this
indoctrinated
last
and
year, thinking that
desensitized to
Ogre
all
was
of
like
this.
30 years old.
I've been paying
So I knew
attention
that
to the
he was
last
30
4 years.
fucking 30, you fucking put out there on
The
Facebook
news,
that
the
he turned
media,
when he turned 40, he put out there that he
But when
turned
I
30.
first met him, that's what I was like, so how old are you? He was like, I'm 30. Well, why the fuck would I think anything
That's
different?
exactly where we're at right
a couple
now.
weeks.
People don't understand
We started
anymore.
working
It
together.
also has thou shalt
He was in
not
Colorado.
kill. Thou
Just
shalt
right on.
not
So
kill.
when he's
The
like,
first commandment.
because they were, Pat
Thou shalt
and
not
Ogre were
kill.
like talking about
I
leaving.
don't
Unless
know
our
who
government says it's cool.
Oh,
Unless our government
he's like
says
worse than Ogre.
it's
And
okay.
I'm just thinking, oh my god. I'm like this little
Yeah.
girl coming into
That's
this
true about
job
that.
listening to their fucking shit on the music, which I
flip on the tube and watch
like
the
now.
indoctrination
Yeah.
of
Back
miles
then.
glorified by some
And then
well-paid
Ogre's like,
intelligence agency
he's
movie
talking about shit that I don't
producer
even know, and I'm
that
just like,
creates the
yeah,
hate
I
so
have no
dramatically
fucking
it
idea
really
what you're
becomes
talking about.
reality
He's
for
like,
some
oh yeah,
people.
Lee's gonna be worse.
You
That was scared to me.
The
So I
first
was
step
thinking,
towards abolishing hate is to eliminate
He's
the
worse than
syndrome
Ogre.
that keeps it nourished. But how are we going to do that?
Well,
How are we going to convince people
No.
that
Ogre is worse than you. How dare you say that
it's
now?
just,
It's partial
it's more to be more of a challenge every
especially when
day.
it starts to go into political
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why I wanted to get you on, Ted, just to shed a little bit of light on certain
city
things
council
that we were
meeting.
discussing. But I don't know, do we got Chip around? Is he with us? I don't know. Lee may be working on that. But also, Ted, I don't know how much time you had. Yeah. Who we got? Is this Trip?
Like-
We got Trip here?
No.
Like
Okay.
the bumble.
All right.
What's going on, Trip, man? How's it going?
I was just wondering, Ted's take. I don't know if anybody else knew, but there's a big sports ball draft going on right now. I was just wondering about the
I'm sure Ted he's not even watching or concerned with that.
Oh, is that what those dudes was talking about in Panda earlier today?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dudes standing around the Panda Express earlier. I had to stop and get me some quick-ass Chinese food. And,
I hope just a minute.
But Ted, I don't know how much time you got real quick. I just wanted to give you an opportunity. I don't know if you want to get into it, but I know you're working on some things, and I'm going to try to do everything I can to help you out with that. So, I mean, that's up to you if you want to let people know what you're working on.
I'm just dying.
Before, you have to get out of here.
Welcome to the club.
We got a show
Start dying at 18.
coming up on
Became
Wednesday
18.
night that I believe it's going to be 9 or 10 Eastern time. We haven't established that yet. Probably more than likely 9 Eastern time.
Not right this second.
It's basically going to be a, for lack of a better term, a variety show that is, of course, going to continue along the lines of exposing the shadow government.
That's not strong enough.
And all the fascist, communist, Marxist idiots that are running the show on our government. And,
That's the best thing to do.
We're going to keep talking about a lot of things.
Moxicillin isn't as strong as
a new twist, kind of an Orwellian twist on the show. And I have a lady that's going to be joining me with me for a while until we get more established. And is extremely knowledgeable in history and world politics and foreign affairs and so forth. And I'll be posting something up in a Facebook and sending out invites on that here. Actually in the process of creating that show as we speak. And,
and like I said, I want to help you. I want to help you, Ted, when I get, situated and I get everything under control in my own personal life. I'll definitely be in touch with you. I'm honored that you are deciding to do. I remember, when we kicked off your show on NWO Truth Radio, Breaking the Hood Keepers, and I'm just glad that you're coming back. Not to mention, I mentioned earlier, I talked about it on Trip's show as well, but Jack Blood is back in the radio, so it's good to see people coming back that I've been missing for a while, and you're one of them, Ted. So, best of luck to you with your show, man. I'll definitely be checking you out, and like I said, when I get situated, I'll be definitely in touch with you
overheated
on what we can work out together.
I'd love to have you all on, and
it's a true story.
You guys you're all great people. You've been fighting the battle for years now, and it's doing some good. Don't ever think it's not. Don't ever think it's not. Never quit. And don't ever think you're not doing any good, because you are. Because we're, if you catch one person, that's one more that understands the true meaning of the United States of America. The USSA.
You cold?
Called it earlier today. But, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll definitely be sending out invites to everyone. I'd love to have you on. And, thanks for having me on.
We don't weigh 200 pounds together.
I'm not going to be present on social media very much.
I weigh 200 pounds.
So,
look at us. We don't weigh 200 pounds together.
They both have.
We don't.
We really don't. I don't even think.
Okay.
I don't even think when Matthew we weigh 200 pounds together.
Be more than happy to have you all on, because
maybe.
You guys
we're over 200.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, you guys tell nothing but the truth, and that is the truth. And I'll never forget when I first started with Dennis. I never did radio in my life, but kind of fell in love with it, and decided after taking a little sabbatical.
I fucked myself when I was working at Burgle.
Got the bug.
You got bit by the bug, just like we
got
all
the
did.
bug.
Yeah,
get over here,
you're always welcome on this show.
Sit on the
I'll do everything I can to work
Sasha
with you and promote. And,
you lay down up here.
Talent, man. Trust me, you got it. I saw it in you a long time ago, and that's why we started out doing what we're doing. So, best of luck to you, Ted. And again, thank you for joining us and taking some time here to call in tonight.
All right, Dennis. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for having me, and you guys take care. And I'll put you on speakerphone here. I've got some typing to do and some composing, so I'll be listening.
Awesome, Ted, man. Thanks for being a part of the show, man. I'm looking forward to being a part of yours as well. It's going to be epic. It's everything that you always bring, man. You always bring so much knowledge to the show, and I really appreciate it every time you're here, man.
You guys take care. We'll be talking soon.
You know it, brother. You know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Jotte. The show's coming up. That's on the ISBN network. there, ladies and gentlemen, run by our own good friend Renegade Smith. Man, it's about time for us to get to break. I don't know who all wants to hang on. I know Trip and everybody's sitting back, relaxing and everything else, man. If y'all want to chill out, we're going to run a little bit of tunes. We'll have some conversations here in the backstage that you kids won't be privy to out there in listener land, but we've got some great music there to help you get through that, ladies and gentlemen. So if it's all right here with the Peanut Gallery boys, we'll hang out for a little bit here in the backstage and do some talking, and the listeners will be right back on the Friday Night Super Show.
When the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
All I wanted was the naked truth ever since my date of birth. I could never understand the people that would hate the worth for no reason but their own treason, eager to murder a turkey because it is the season. That's the type of nonsense I deplore. You can get your tongue cut out and buried in the shore. Don't cry, you won't hide the purpose. There's no ride that's worth it to go try the circus. On every level, devils revel as they babble on. They want to turn your whole entire family to Babylon. This story's falling quicker than an avalanche. They don't have a chance, that's why they keep them spinning on their gravitron. All I want is the naked truth. All I want is the naked truth. All I want is the naked truth. All I want is the unadulterated naked truth. For flying saucers, Bigfoot, they're locked as monsters, hiding the blatant agenda they're using to divide and conquer. Backed by billionaires, they gotta hide they sponsor, while they ridicule anyone who tries to prompt ya. I told you the system's rotten to the core. It's top heavy with pedophiles who love war. Deranged harlots walking your red carpets, idolized for making straight brain dead garbage. They laughing at you cause you don't know how to turn the channel, putting honey boo boo on the motherfucking learning channel. I never saw the Luciferian limelight shine bright as this. I think it's ruined your eyesight.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss. Okay? And he wants company sometimes. You know, and for some reason he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All right, babies, we are back right here live on the Friday Night Super Show. I am the mouth lapping and scratching at you right here with my tag team partner, Mr. Friday Night Dennis Ford. We also have Trip Pugh on the line. The Sarge is still here. And in the studio live with myself, I've got the boy wonder, the girl wonder, and then the wonderful, the one, the only cock block is joining me again. So we've got the whole madhouse here chiming in, and shit's about to get greasy. Because I kicked it last week, and we're going to follow through with what we said, and so I'm going to kind of give this last 2 hours over to this subject, because that's how long it ends up dragging the fuck out. But we're going to talk about religion.
Oh my
coming
God.
up, kids.
You want to start talking about religion with me? I'll fucking snap.
It is. All right. Calm down, Peanut Gallery here. Dennis, go ahead, buddy.
We're reporting live from a concert somewhere in Iowa.
Yes. It's absolute madness here. I'm trying to work the mute button as best as I can and still be a part of the show. It gets fun here, man. This is why we call it the real happy hour, because
matter of fact, let's get it going.
We have a nice party going on around here, man. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah.
Remember
I understand that.
He called me in the mind after him.
You know, again.
Don't worry, one day we're all going to do this show live together, and you guys are going to see exactly how we do it. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking, for fuck's sakes.
That wasn't me.
I will piss in your fucking ass.
I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, we're definitely getting to religion.
Fart out of my asshole,
during the break. One of my favorite subjects, something I love.
Can I do it with the baby straw?
Because it never ends.
Big hydraulic fucking shit pipe.
We can do a 5-part
Twisty bender straw. It's a screwdriver.
But,
sorry.
When you stick a screwdriver in your ass, it's
Which side do you want, motherfucker? Mine.
Actually,
like I said, I know the situation.
That's how it goes. The sequel is still wet, too.
I know Sarge only has a little bit.
It's like Wonder Twin powers. Form of.
But But yeah, I mean, it's not a
Invisible.
subject that I've done
And what are you
multiple
guys?
shows on religion. Love it or hate it.
Wonder Boy.
You know what I'm saying? Organized religion is a whole
No,
other subject.
Boy Wonder and Girl Wonder. So.
See?
Any kind of connection that you may have with any kind of higher power.
I wonder about you a lot.
But we're invisible, so.
Organized religion has been corrupted much like everything else in society.
Yeah, because you're a tiny dinosaur running in the background of some stupid-ass motion picture.
Really? You know what?
Me and my
I
mother
love the
used to get
T-Rex,
into
so
a
go ahead.
discussion all the time. She's like, well, I'm going to
T-Rex is a big dinosaur.
And I'm like, you know, I understand church.
He's more like those little, like, baby pterodactyls. Like Petrie.
Pterodactyls. Here we go.
Petrie. He's a fucking Petrie.
I love him.
Yup.
I just made
You know
Matt
how I
watch
feel
that,
about
actually.
religion.
Dude, that's good ass
You know,
shit.
I do
Fuck
believe
yeah,
in it. You know, I try to
Love
You
it.
shouldn't call your dad
that
tiny
in
dinosaur.
my
He is a
routine of what
dinosaur.
I do.
We're getting into this
You know,
fucking
I know how to
religion.
send positive vibes, quote unquote.
He's not really
That's a whole
tiny.
other thing.
We talk about religion,
But like
fucking
I said,
topics. Let's
love
talk
it or
about
hate it,
how the fucking Knights
organized
Templar is
religion
still active in
is
the
actually a
fucking
tool of
United
destruction,
States, and that's what the CIA and all that
control
other shit
people
is. But nobody wants to talk
essentially
about
make
that.
money. I mean,
That's why the generals got all the fucking signals on their fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, dude, seriously. Like, people fucking, oh, you were talking about all the fucking tombs and shit that they're uncovering of the Knights Templar that was supposedly hidden for 1,000 years, but there were torches lit in the motherfucker that were found in there, lit, supposedly, like my fucking ass.
But yeah,
Something else that was
religion can be used for good and bad, but in our society, it's used
keeps on boiling
for
down the
bad,
common
in my opinion.
denominator.
When you
Yeah,
have
because
people like
it's
Joel
just the same
Osteen,
fucking bullshit over and over again. Why talk about religion? Because religion is bullshit. Religion has a
You guys ever play that?
a bowl of shit. It's like,
Oh, this?
I never trust
You
a
know what that is?
motherfucker that
Nice looking.
smiles that much. I don't care.
Look at you.
you know what
You
religion
know how
is?
many times I fucking got hit?
Hey, you know what religion is? Religion is like that one kid coming to the party that says, hey, I got this badass pot. Everybody gets all excited and he loads it up. And the next kid goes to take a hit and he finds out it's just Reggie.
Yeah, I've been waiting for like a
Neither one of us would look at it.
You know, build a mega church. You know, don't go out. I'm sure they do community work. I'm not going to knock everything that the church does. But you know, let's build a mega church so we can get more people in here, so we can pass.
You gotta think of a different dinosaur. That little dinosaur doesn't set well with me.
It's living large.
It doesn't with me.
So every time that you have sex now, think about that little dinosaur in your head. With the oddly sized dick.
And this goes on and on and on with televangelists.
What?
Even when I
I
was
said it's
younger,
your father.
you know
I'm not
what
gonna
I'm
say
saying?
anything about him.
Everybody that's involved in like church.
Oh, who gives a fuck anymore, dude? It's 2017. People don't give a fuck about
I know, but
shit.
we're talking about dinosaurs, so you're actually taking it back a few.
What was that dude crying on TV? I forgot his name, but
Not little
you know.
You still see dinosaurs in movies today, don't we?
Just shut up.
Evangelists and
Arguments and
quote unquote religion.
No,
Oh
you're
God,
right.
you're so your father.
To make sure
That's why
I get this
we're gonna go
angle
on,
of
so
it
well.
out of the way, before I
Yeah, take your
go.
time.
And
Oh, she's gonna hit you.
first of all,
Yeah.
televangelists,
I'm gonna let her.
That's why I like her, because she's like us.
for selfish gain. There are, it's prophesied by people in the end being false prophets.
Look, new days.
So when you go home, just start thinking of like a bigger dinosaur, and then when you see your father again, you'd be like, Dad, you're not little anymore. This is what you are.
You think I do appreciate my dad. What did I
I
tell you
didn't
last night?
say. Well, then don't call him little
Wait,
dinosaur.
what did I tell you last night?
Do not take the Lord's name in vain means. It's actually
What's
something.
a Tyrannosaurus?
I told him,
How about a Tyrannosaurus?
I said,
That's
hey,
a big fucking dinosaur. A Tyrannosaurus is
I
actually.
said, hey, enjoy your sleep, because you earned it.
Yeah.
Any
So,
doctrine or anything
Better than
for your own selfish gain.
he's not
So,
a
I
little
mean, that's still
dinosaur.
respect, but the next time I see the motherfucker, he knows.
Yeah, you're like,
shit.
We're actually using God's name in vain.
Maybe your phone did.
So I'm.
That's how it goes.
That's what you're saying.
The vast majority of them
It's chilling.
are doing.
Is it done?
So people who are following these people.
They're bamboozling.
Well, or either that they're so stupid they don't even realize it. But I think it's that they understand what they're doing, especially if you have studied seminary for at least a few years. It's. Come on, I think they're very well aware of what they're doing. But that's what I have to say about
You did?
And
I think
as far
I
as
did.
the
Did you just send it
religion
today?
topic goes,
That sounded like a while ago.
I don't practice religion.
I'll look for it because I didn't.
Religion,
Honest, I didn't see
I
it.
mean, even the Bible warns against religion.
It's
religion is
Stephen
repetitive. It's ritualistic. It's
Stephen
religion
Cleaver.
doesn't really mean anything in your heart and in your spirit. It's just a
You gotta
practice.
pee again?
So I don't
Do you want to hold that?
practice or follow a
not-
religion. I am a devout Christian. In no way am I perfect, but I know that Christ is and
I'm sure you
was
won't finish.
alive. And
Hello.
it's just something that you can only come to
Grandpa.
Holy fuck.
I know, like,
know
knocking everything
in
around.
yourself
Hey, can you leave the
through
door? Listen, will you leave the door
basic
unlocked?
principles that the Bible teaches.
Huh?
Humility, patience, faith.
Will you or no?
It's
The back.
actually a process. So that's what I'm going to say on that topic. I don't practice
Yeah, can you
religion,
unlock it?
and anyone who wants to say, "Oh,
Okay.
my religion is this," well, I'm going to say first of all, you don't even
Alright, yeah, we'll
understand
be home in a little bit.
what you don't even really understand what it is you believe in if
Babe, why is your
you
phone
name
shaking?
it
Can you stop
religion.
it again?
Yeah, I understand that.
It's
I mean, I get what you're saying. Sorry, we've done shows on this in the past. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this
that's just the house one.
extensively.
No, is it really?
Just me and you on shows. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to, I'm not gonna throw everything in somebody's face and be like, this is what you need to do because it works for me.
Well, you
yeah.
can take it and send it to your agent on
to
this
the
photo
person.
editor to make it look real cool if you actually go
Yeah,
and fucking
and I mean, when you're delivering God's word, when you're delivering God's word to someone, first of all, you have to have the understanding of it, and you have to be sincere in,
I wasn't there.
having the same love for that person that God has, the same love that Christ has for us.
Send it to me.
Yeah, because by the time I got to
have
you,
to
I was
approach it
over
from that
there, I was
standpoint
going to show you
when
what I
you're giving God's
forgot.
word to someone, because if you're not, you might be planting a dead seed.
Matt, there you are.
Right. So go ahead. I want to get you for a minute.
Okay, just added
But
you.
I want to get
well, I'm actually going to close up on the whole religion thing. The last point I wanted to mention about religion is this is one of the things that is used to divide us all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there are several things that are used to divide us. Race, social class, things of that nature. But religion is one of them. And if you even know anything about the 48 laws of power, you see that religion is an intricate and a very vital aspect of having control of the world. Create a few different people that believe a few different things, and set the chips and let them fall where they may, and too many people have, throughout history, even powerful people have
Fuck religion.
religion,
That was a long pause.
as their justification for, the things that they've done or that they're
Fuck
doing.
religion.
I'm so sick of hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, religion
That's all I wanted to
isn't,
say.
religion
That's all I
divides us.
did.
I mean, I have Muslim friends, I've people try to demonize Muslims even for
I feel like
example.
you're a bigger
A
shit
devout
story than
Muslim
I
does
am.
not believe in all that psychotic bullshit. I've known many Muslims that strongly disagree with all that fucking bullshit.
What I've honestly said for a long time has been like, that's how modern day Christians look at snake charmers, is how most Muslims look at, the shit that everybody's condemning. You know what I'm saying? We look at snake charmer churches, a bunch of wacky shit under the guise of Christianity, and that's every religion has its own crazy sect that's gonna do something completely off the wall, and that should be like tagged on to everybody.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the point. What's that church? Westboro Church?
Westboro Baptist Church.
Why eat nuggies, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thank God for 9/11.
You have to
soldiers for 9/11 or whatever.
Creamy guy.
Like I said, there's good and bad intertwined with that. It's filled in.
Oh, no, you don't, because you guys
religions. I mean, some people take the shit to the extreme. Some
Why
people
straws?
just, want to have some kind
there.
of peace or some kind of structure and understanding what's going on. Not, maybe in just your own life. You know, maybe you just
But his
need something, you know, and I understand that. But yeah, a connection or something that you have, really, you know, you can let people know about it. But it's like,
that's some bullshit. How
it's like
do
you
you
did.
do
You
that?
don't want to go out waving it around.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
That's just my view.
They just be doing mysterious things.
You know, that's not everybody. Like I said, some people take the complete opposite approach to that. And they shove it down your throat constantly. And that,
Organized religion is nothing more than a form of control over people, and that's why I don't fucking. Hey, when I'm talking, you guys don't talk, okay? Thank you, kids. Okay, thank you.
Well, my hand goes up. Quiet.
Organized religion is nothing more than a form of control, and it's the same through every religion. I mean, it always has been. Look at how many times Jesus was mentioned in the Quran. 108 times. 108 times.
Yeah.
How about barbecue Jesus?
And South Korean barbecue Jesus. Who knows how many times he was mentioned in the Colonel Sanders Bible? I mean, these things, it's that ridiculous to me. It really is. Colonel Sanders may as well have had a Bible. And the 11 herbs and spices could have been the fucking commandments for all I care. That's how much that is going to dictate a relationship with an almighty to me, okay? I'm not going to sit here and buy into some book that was written by a bunch of dudes, a couple thousand years ago. I'm sorry. Things have evolved a little bit since then.
I've been to the other side, and I know.
But see,
how is it over there?
Thing is that like religion in itself, you know, it's rather pointless if you want to think about it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is.
I mean, what does it mean?
Reload.
What does it really mean?
Your mom's vagina.
Your own personal belief system, like I said, it's something.
What?
You know, that people hold on to.
Your mom's vagina.
They do this with a lot of different things. It's not just religion, but it is important for people to have some kind of hope, because, like I said, we live in a dark, demented world, and we know that evil exists. There has to be good somewhere.
So, mama's vagina is like every mama's vagina.
About unity.
I have no soul.
First, we have to unite before we can even begin to start to realize all of this. You know, like, why are we using so many different things to mislead ourselves,
no, but apparently there's
corrupt our minds, or
zodiac signs that
divide us? Why
use children?
Why use any of them? But first we have to unite before we can recognize the things that actually divide us.
Oh man, that's little fucking kid shit, man. It's like believing in moons and Gucci.
How do we do that? You know what I'm saying?
The way we do that is exactly the way we do it. Social media, video, promotion, networking, like that's the way we do it.
I don't know how small
that is actually the key to uniting humanity. It really is if you want to think about it. The internet has blown up in the creators' faces, and in a way they probably never estimated would be, you know, the result of creating the internet. But the internet is something that cannot be controlled. It can't. So I mean, that is the main thing that allows us to get out there and let people know what's going on and awaken them and empower them. That's the thing that enables it. All right. So even though it's something that's monitored and everything, I mean, hell.
I used to play softball.
We're talking about weed.
Yeah.
You ever seen a hardball? What does a hardball mean?
Baseball is where you hit a cheese ball it, and then you pass it, and then
you got to keep that.
You have to hold it until it goes all the way around.
No, I never
twice. Like with 3 people, you have to do it twice, but you have to hold it until it goes all the way around twice before you can exit.
You ever done cheese ball? Shooting cocaine and cheese?
That we interact with.
No, shut the fuck up. You're out of your element, Donnie. You're like a fucking child. You wander into the room in the middle of the movie and wants to know what's going on.
We agree on certain things, right? We can pinpoint certain things where we agree on. We don't agree on a lot of shit, but we agree on certain things.
Hey, I know it's a deal breaker.
A common thing that I find interacting with people.
I don't like the Big Lebowski.
It's just,
I've watched it. I don't like it.
I don't even want to get into a debate about it because
that's the problem.
It's just separating us.
Big Lebowski.
Creating a divide, and whether it's a football team or whatever you
Oh, I know.
Whatever
That's why I
the
said deal
topic is,
breaker.
whatever it is,
Like,
okay?
No, I'll get you to
one
watch
shot
point
against
is-
me.
I'll get you to watch
Is that
Just forget about the fucking tub.
like you were saying, we have to unite on a certain front. You know,
Dude, you want to
for
tell
me,
like you should care
personally,
about,
like I was saying
you should
earlier,
care
with the
about the
Vatican,
clock.
with
With nail
this
polish.
pedophilia shit that's going on. If anything should affect you in activism, this should be one of the things you should be, you know, concerned about.
Especially with the way that pedophilia intertwines with religion, in all aspects of religion. I'm talking Muslim, Catholicism, Judaism, all of it. Christianity, all of it.
Bestiality, all that shit, man. And it intertwines with government as well, because this summer, you know, they're going to go to the Grove and they're going to ship in their whatever they ship in
That's how easy it
there,
is to run
because
a
we're not allowed
talk
to
radio show, baby.
go there. Only Alex Jones can go there. So again, I want to bring this up too. You know, he lost custody of his children today, so he's not going to have custody of his children.
Oh, Blue?
I got the documents.
Blue,
I get to 22. But we'll get to that later on.
Blue, 24!
They're going to have their ceremony.
In the ball, Blue!
Trust and believe this. I want to let people know this. Trust and believe that these dark people have a religion. Now, I'm not saying they practice Satanism or any of this shit, but they have an entity that they are praying to and working through. And there's something to that shit. Whatever they're doing, there's something to that, because they wouldn't be doing this shit if there wasn't any kind of, you know, I don't know the word for it.
Can we now?
But you know what I'm getting at.
That'd be dope.
They have a religion. Whether it's
They have the same look on their face.
I know, we're looking at you like you're looking at us like, really?
Like, yeah, I'm a Christian, I'm a family man. Yeah, I go to church.
Don't give no fucks! No fucks be given.
Don't make no sense to me.
But yeah.
But they
please, if
have
you guys could, that'd be really
something that they're tuned into, and it's, like I said earlier, it goes into
Job as far as
it goes
genes.
into the secret societies, it goes into all this shit. It goes into the churches.
Where do you want? What bar do you want?
That's my vehicle. You're gonna let him drop us off?
No!
I'm sure.
No,
But like
you
I said, you
take
can't
So
tell people you're doing good and
Jeans.
smile in people's
What's
faces
jeans?
and shit.
Jeans
And
place
behind
right there in
closed doors,
University of Marble.
you know, you're doing all this sick, twisted shit.
well,
With,
fuck, we'll go
again,
walk in the
the
other
sex
2
trafficking
miles.
here in the United
A
States
mile.
is out of
2
control.
miles.
I mean, here in D.C., I mean, there's
0.8
just
miles, whatever
kids
it
missing
is.
left and right and shit. Where are these children
If
going?
you're gonna pout, I'll take you all the way home.
Whatever it is. Something's going on.
I'm worried about
And
that.
Fucking tell them
I
that.
heard Trump on TV.
You know what I mean? I'm not worried about myself.
You know, the wall stop the human trafficking.
Okay, so I'll take her home and
Little
drop
wait,
you
don't
off.
stink. You should have been on that a long time ago with all your money.
I'm just
You know,
fucking with you, man. I'm kidding.
The show.
They're kidding, baby.
Let me up.
You know what I'm saying? You
Public
can't
University.
bullshit people
Yeah, they're
in
right
modern
there
day
on the corner.
society. Possibly
Yeah.
if you are famous.
By
place,
the
a
big
little
fucking
bar.
cow.
You can
Anderson
fool
Erickson?
some people, but you're not
Oh,
fooling
the
people
one
like
that
us.
what's your face's mom
People that are in
the bathroom.
tune with what's really going on.
Motherfucker, dude, I got weed sticking in my fucking shirt and shit.
Bilderberg,
I don't know
all
what
this shit is
happened.
going to happen again for another year.
I can't get
And
some
like
more
I
than
said, there has
that.
to be something to that.
What do you mean
They're
what
probably in the room. You ever seen that movie,
About what?
Eyes Wide Shut, where they have the
Why?
mask?
You'd
You
have
know,
to
I
go
already seen
and
that movie,
almost
right?
do it over. But
The
I
big
saved
orgy,
it.
they're all hanging out and
Why did you
whatever.
even say
That's
anything?
essentially
That's why it looks like there's a lot less
goes on in
weed
these
here.
fucking meetings
No,
that
You
these
might
rich
not
people
be
do.
broadcasting
And
live.
like I said, they have my
Hey,
main point to wrap this all
What
up
the
is that
fuck
they
they're
have a
in?
religion. Regardless of what religion
Why-
you believe
Why is your
in,
dad even?
or how
Why
you
is my
feel
dad
about
even throwing
God,
fucking pillows?
they have a religion. And I've been saying that shit
First
for
of
5
all-
years.
It
And
fucking
studying
hit
this
you.
shit over the years.
Hey,
Yo!
hey,
Fucking hit you, dude.
Hey!
Fucking hit me.
your dad was trying to help her.
Go
because she was
ahead,
so-
go ahead, Dennis. Yo,
No, I'm saying
shut
I'll wrap it
the
up. I'm
fuck
just
up
saying they
while
have a
I'm
religion.
trying to run
And
this
they
goddamn
practice a
show.
religion. And
No fucking way.
in my, you know, it's like the whole sacrificing thing that Indian tribes and shit throughout history would do. Oh, we gotta sacrifice a virgin or an animal so we have a good crop. These people do this shit every summer when they go to the Grove and they tell you it's just
It
a
was all
mock
good.
human sacrifice. Bullshit.
No, that's
Bullshit. I know you people in there burning up
Shit is not
probably
safe.
babies and shit. That's another thing. David Rockefeller, he got his ass is gone. His brain is somewhere and they're trying to reboot him and get him into a robot or some shit. But let me tell you, he was probably drinking his baby blood every morning, just like people drink coffee. Where's my baby blood for this morning?
It was.
Where's my baby blood? Where's my new heart?
It was.
People are-
Him and Hillary Clinton
Meanwhile,
was out there
people
trying to
still
do the same goddamn
for
thing.
organs for years. But this dude had the money and the connects where he could get a heart every year if he needed one. But you didn't get that last one, did you, David? You didn't get that
It ain't
last
about the
one.
money and the connections, it's about the power.
Is that what that's about?
I know. But fuck him. I'm glad he's dead. And I don't celebrate anybody's death, but that dude, the world is a better place without him. Yeah, Henry Kissinger.
It's kind of what you do for people.
Another thing, Grim Reaper. If the Grim Reaper is listening, please get on that. Stop killing celebrities and shit. Get on this shit and take out these assholes. They gotta go. You know what I'm saying? They're the problem. And somebody will fill their shoes too, I'm sure, but
You know why? You know why?
Like,
Hey, you know why?
I'm gonna drink this bottle.
He probably doesn't know this movie either.
Not on the planet
He
anymore.
really
And like I
likes
said, I don't normally do
He
that, but when
wants
it comes to these type of people,
He thinks I'm
hey,
sexy.
I'll celebrate that shit because
Right?
blood and destruction on their hands. They deserve to, you know, and that's another thing. All these people, the everyday people, the people out here working 9 to 5, this really doesn't have to do anything with religion. But the 9 to 5 people that go out here and do jobs, just like all of us, we have to work and survive or get by any means necessary. And you're probably a good person.
That's my koozie.
You know, you probably have a good heart.
That's her koozie.
But no, it's the assholes that promote death and destruction through rap music, through mainstream culture. Like Ted was saying, the video games, the movies. These are the assholes that are making millions of dollars.
See, yeah, let me use yours. Well, I'm fucking sitting here drinking. I'm not going to take it with me. Fuck,
you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
All of us should be able to work a job and
if I let him fucking get anywhere near it, it's going out the fucking
How many times have I been near it now and I haven't fucking taken it?
Come on now. See, this is the first time since I just bought it last weekend. Suck a dick.
Give me the motherfucker.
No,
they're the ones that get the free card.
Tired of getting conversations.
You're not getting any more of my shit.
I would punch you in your fucking mouth.
No, you won't.
You suck up that baby's balls.
That drives me crazy. I don't understand why actors
really
make all this
bad.
money and shit. When they make a movie that is just completely
all sweaty and diaper rash and shit.
Really?
You suck a dick that's covered in fucking genital warts.
Evil in the world, and
Fucking go
it's
eat a bag of
that
dicks.
do the most evil ones.
You can
Cover
suck
them
on
whatever you want. You fucking slathered them motherfuckers. You slathered them motherfuckers up in fucking sweet and sour Jesus sauce for all I give a fuck.
But that's the world we live in.
I will
That's
piss
just the
on
way
both of
things
your
are.
pillows
And it even intertwines
right
with
after you leave for work.
organized religion.
So that way when you come home, it'll be dry, but it'll smell like
You won't, because I'll put a curse on you and your dick will fall off the minute you do.
For the money. Just like Alex Jones, a cult leader, if you really want to break it down.
Bam.
I'm the front line of the InfoWars. I got the documents and water filters and blah, blah. He don't give a shit about none of
have
this.
Scott
All
Baio
he
come
cares
and
about
butt
is
rape
getting his
you.
money, and that's it. He's a businessman.
And scream, who's in charge
That's
the whole
story.
fucking time.
And he's just
I'll have
dumb.
that tall fucked
When
up
it comes
looking
back to
dude from Happy Gilmore come
anymore.
rape you.
I digress.
He's dead.
But like I said,
He
the
is
people that
dead.
do the most
That was Jaws.
shitty bullshit.
Then I'll go pick him up and have the skeleton fucking skull fuck you.
I guess you have to take
Moonraker.
again, this goes into Hollywood.
Wasn't
too.
he?
They're in politics. They got some dirt on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll put you in a situation where you'll be in a room or
Had those silver teeth.
some shit will go down and they'll be like, hey, you fuck up. Remember we got you on tape
Like
doing
the
this?
fucking cables
Don't
and
fuck
shit.
up. Or we'll turn this video into public knowledge and then you'll be destroyed. And they've done this multiple times as well.
And they do it every time, man. That's why if you're gonna make a porn video, goddamn it, be proud of it. You know, don't sit there and hide it back. Put that shit right up on Pornhub. Go ahead, Trip.
We're gonna act as greasy as humanly fucking possible, and you get the raw deal with us every fucking night that we're on air. A, we
Awesome.
wouldn't have it any other way.
You have your
B, fucking, if anybody
You
would
have a
ever
phone?
try to come out and be like, saying anything shitty about us,
I was gonna have you
they would just
Google
be like,
the biggest
yeah,
dinosaur.
I did that shit. You know what I mean?
Is it the Diplodocus?
But I'm just
What is
saying,
it?
man, you know, like,
What is Diplodocus? What is it?
Nick
I don't know, I
Diplodocus.
guess
Nick
it's the whole
Diplodocus, like
selling out thing.
McDundee.
You know, if you want to reach a certain level with
Diplodocus, or there's another one.
People that are famous will tell you that
biggest
they
dinosaur.
don't really like the fame. They can't even go to Walmart or go to the store. They got to send people out to do the shit for them.
That's not a fucking
You know, they're just
dinosaur.
tired of it. The money is, you know,
Hey,
it's one thing.
motherfucker, just
Excuse me, see, they're trying to break me up here. They're trying to hit me with a harp weapon or some shit.
Come on, quit hitting my boy with the harp weapons now. Protect my friend from the invisible fire.
I've seen the hard program.
Money is one thing. I'm just saying, if you look at, again, Trip, I want to bring
You
this
get
up real
cold
quick
easily,
because
too?
possibly we're going to do a show in the future, me and Lee Pierre.
Yeah, I saw
But just the
that.
comedians, right? Throughout history,
Like
from Chris Farley to other people, they get all this money and fame and they self-destruct because it's so
like
much
Frosty.
I guess, pain that they carried around. And you'll find in comedians that these people are funny on stage, but when they get off stage, they got some shit going on.
Sad motherfuckers. Like, I'll pass along this this story that was told, and forgive me, you brought up Chris Farley, but I know that this was somebody that was, I want to say it was a former SNL cast member with him. And, like, he said that they were somewhere, like, drinking or whatever, and Chris Farley was like, hey, you know, and he was being real sincere with them, and was like,
I live in a van
down by
the river.
You know, because it was like, Chris Farley still viewed himself as the fat guy that would sacrifice his body for a laugh. You know,
Fatty fall down, go boom,
and break a table. Like, he still considered himself that guy, and he was funny as shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, all these people are like real tortured soul, and not just comedians. I mean, you know, you could throw a handful of different creative professionals. I mean, that's why. I'm not going to say that's why we do what we do, but, like, I can speak for myself to a certain extent. It's like, I got to find a place to call home, man, to work some of this shit out, you know? And hopefully I'm helping work it out for other people.
Look, I got to figure it out.
And that's the real reason.
Finally fucking figured out the door.
It's like, I know I got this baggage, I got all this shit. You might have it too, but I got to make it make sense to me. So hopefully,
you put the canvas.
You know, community, camaraderie, all that good stuff.
You know how many times I've been here?
It's the best part
I figured out the door
of what we do. You know, hopefully we're all helping each other along the way.
Almost a year before I figured that.
I mean,
yeah, you do. Definitely, I can vouch for that. You know,
yeah, that's the right name, right?
Again, you know, like I was telling Ted earlier, you know, Ted took a time off from doing his shows, and I started with him in the beginning. You know, I was like, Ted, you know, check this out. If you enjoy it, you know, continue doing what you're doing. And he got bit by the bug, and he was doing shows for a good years.
Just one more. Just everybody shut up. Please,
all the shit that we've done over the years, you know, all of us,
just give me one more
of interacting with people and letting people know, you know, regardless of what we're going through in our own personal lives, like I told you, Trip, you know, I try not to let my personal life bleed into
don't worry about that for me.
this aspect of what I bring to what I'm doing. But
if you just lay kind of like here, like not so much here, or
that's the best part.
Not so much here.
I'm serious though. Like for me, and I can't say this for everybody. You know, some people just want to stick to the topics, and that's cool
reach
too.
in that bucket?
That's just not what I want to provide. I want to make that camaraderie, shared experience. And if I don't throw my personal shit out on the table, that's not as encouraging to other people.
What are you doing? Trip, you're right though. You're right, though. I mean, human conversation leads through different topics. I mean, if you're not sticking on one topic because it's an open talk show, you know, and you start to lead down different topics, and to be quite honest, a lot of these different topics always end up tying into each other no matter what. I mean, they do. So it's almost impossible to keep on. What is the rule? When I'm talking, you guys don't talk, please.
Can I say this?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You hang out with,
Fuck off.
they're radio cancer, alright?
Oh, they're fine. Good Christ, man. It's the only show that fucking does a live party every time we fucking do it, man. So if there's a little bit of background noise, kids, I'm sorry. I'll work on the dampening filter here next week, okay?
It's after hours.
We're actually working on, you know, me personally, and Lee Fair, you know, I can't vouch for him, but I'm actually getting to the point where I'm really dedicated to doing radio, and I want to be in a position where I can, you know what I'm saying, get in a room and just have a microphone and do what I got to do, because this shit helps me out more than I can explain to anybody out there listening. It's almost free therapy for me at this point, you know.
Yeah, so it's cathartic. It's medicinal. I have a pie chart that proves it.
Yeah, it truly does.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on off of here, man. It was again a pleasure to be on the show.
Yeah, thanks
How's it going, brother? Yeah, no problem at all, brother. I'll be back next Friday night too. So, yeah, man. You know, I will definitely be in touch. Yeah, if I had
Don't worry, man. I'll smoke one for all you guys, man. It's coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
Round 2.
But
Fight.
Not a big one.
yeah, I will be deleting social media completely. Fortunately, Wake the Masses will continue going on, but not sure exactly when that's going to be happening. I'm still waiting on contact information for a couple of people, and then.
You got my number, Sarge.
So.
Yeah, you got mine too.
Brother, I got your number. I got Lee's. I got Josh. I got a few other people. So I'm just waiting on a couple of people to get back to me and leave some contact information.
Well, like I said, keep in touch, man, regardless of what happens. And yeah, I mean, that group, Wake the Masses, is thriving. I mean, I remember first finding out about it. So yeah, again, thank you, man. And I understand. I've been in that position myself many times throughout the years. And, just do what you got to do, Sarge. I'm here for you if you need me.
Sarge,
so, like I said,
no, bro. I mean, I ain't really going nowhere like that. I mean, I'm still on the show every week. And I mean, if anybody wants to have me on any other show, just help. Send me a text.
We'll work it out, my brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
See, this is why I should.
Y'all have a good night, man.
You too.
He's never coming back either.
Right on, Sarge, man. We love you to death, bud. Sarge has been a part of the show for a very long time and an original member of the Friday Night crew, dude. And fucking, it's going to be a miss to have you gone from social media, man. But I understand how that shit goes, dude. We ain't spoken no words about it, but trust me, dude. I know where you're coming from. I know where it's at, so.
Yeah, I can't delete my social media because I have to post every 3 hours. So for 35 cents a day, you can fund Dennis Ford, so he's not starving. I gotta run a commercial, man. For real, I gotta get a commercial together.
Yeah, I could put one together for you.
Anybody that wants to make a YouTube video and fucking superimpose Dennis's face on one of the fucking videos and just play the Sarah McLachlan commercial, I'll send you $20 straight up. If somebody makes a YouTube video and just superimpose Dennis's head on each one of those fucking animals.
That's right.
all you gotta do.
That's right.
Playing guitar.
That's right. I'm trying. I'm working on that.
We got some video people.
That's all right, man.
Some editors and whatnot out there. There's some Photoshop wizards and whatnot.
Well, it's not just me. Like I said earlier, it's not just me. I mean, it does help me, but also, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in a position where I can bring the best that I can bring. And I'm working on that. The next month is going to be fun.
Come on, girl.
It's going to be interesting, but some shit's got to change, man. And
what's up, little cowboy?
It's amazing. It's amazing that I made it as far as I have.
Well, we got another hour and 15
people that have helped out or
for what?
Anything. Just
we have another hour.
Do you know how much time that's taken out of? Next month that my mother passed, and I can tell you honestly that this last year has been a struggle that I never asked for. It's been very, very trying times.
You seriously have to be on here for another hour?
I joke about it and shit, but at the end of the day, man, it's not, it's hard, man. It's a struggle. The struggle is real, I'll just say that, but, you gotta keep doing what you're doing, you gotta do what you can to keep fighting the fight, and like I said, I'm trying to work on things and put things in order where I can get to a position
15 minutes.
to where at least I can bring maybe even my show. I might even bring my show back on a certain network, maybe this network, I don't know. But I'm working on things. I'm trying to get everything lined up. But it doesn't just help me. Like I said, if people want to help out the show, I know Lee's not a big fan of doing that. But for me, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with you, Trip. I mean, you guys on a donation thing on your site.
We don't really
we get
donate, but it's there. We don't really
know shit, but it's there. We get into Bernie's, the guy that
you're fishing. If you want it, it's
almost
there.
fucking dead, and you just gotta
or anything, but like I said, it helps the show. It resonates through a lot of different things that a lot of people wouldn't understand. And
that's the other thing is we would be doing this anyway, but you know, if you enjoy the show, you know what I mean? If there's any way to donate to people, man, you know, that's the least you can do. We're not asking for any subscriptions or, you know, like I said, we'd be doing this shit anyway. So, you know,
well, that's for sure. You know, we're not out here asking for handouts, man. We just want you to, you know, kind of think.
We are funded by listeners like you.
That's right. Just like PBS, funded by listeners like you.
Because I'll be that motherfucker that's standing at the stoplight when everybody's, you know, about to turn with a sign to be like, we'll host the radio show Food.
Gotta be Ted Williams put on his best fucking golden voice for the past 5
host the radio show for Food.
But like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I mean, like I said, I've never
when you get off the freeway.
I've never been the type of person to ask for help and shit like that. But like I said, the last year has been, it's just been a roller coaster ride, and you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I guarantee you, at a certain point, I'm gonna be in a position where I can actually help other people, not through financial means, but I'm gonna be back where I need to be. And it's either that or give up. And like I said, Ted told me many years ago,
I guarded all that.
Never give up. You can't fucking give up.
I guarded all that.
Give up.
Because this is why I
do
radio.
That's not what I was aiming for. Somebody already got that.
No, that's not why. I wanted.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't give up. You have to you have to pull this shit out of you at the end of the day, and you have to keep continuing doing what you're doing. Because if you're not that serious about it, then you know you shouldn't be in it in the first place. And like Trish said, we'd be doing this regardless. It's not about the money. I never got into it for the money. We don't have any sponsors or no shit like that. We did at one point, but you know,
woke you up, didn't I?
I don't know. That's not the reason I got into it.
Gotta keep you in check, girl.
I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day.
Make sure you're still
I got into it for the pussy.
What you doing over there,
you know.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to be a rock star. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a celebrity and shit. But I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and like in the first 5 minutes, he was like, "Oh, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I got to run down my sponsors," and it was like 5 or 6 minutes of him just running off people that are paying.
Well, because you know it ain't Joe Rogan paying for his own fucking podcast like we do. Because God knows. That's too much.
Joe Rogan could do nothing but that podcast and make a fucking hefty living. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Matter of fact, he had Abby Martin on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but...
And he had Alex Jones on again to tie this all back around with Alex Jones. Like I said, another individual, he makes revenue off of selling products. If he wasn't selling those products and had that InfoWars store, you know, it'd be a whole different scenario for him. But he's a businessman. I'm not going to knock him. He found a niche, and he's been doing that.
Because 150 fucking affiliates across the country just wasn't enough. We got to fucking hog fucking snacks and energy drinks to bovine fucking America and act like it's all cool. Because for some odd reason, 150 affiliates just really ain't enough for Alex Jones to
you're dying.
Well, we can't fund this operation without viewers like you.
Make sure it's not a big goal.
Or whatever that shit is.
Sorry.
I want Alex Jones just to make like one honest
Well, you was about to say, might as well fucking say it.
About how much he's got to pay in like child support and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like,
rule number 43.
Just make an honest.
All right, you know what? Really, I said don't give her a big gulp. You know the last time you gave her a big ice cube, she spit it out. So obviously, she can't get it. So give her a small sip.
I can visualize that in my head, but I don't.
Do you feel better now?
I mean,
do you feel better now?
She's the only person in the world I've seen with the mouth as big as Mick Jagger and Tyler.
Just saying.
What, you just
got that big wide smile.
Head on over to Infowars.com.
Am I wrong?
I don't know how I get
Am I wrong?
with a straight face and tell you about the New World Order.
He asked me, I told him.
You can't. What did you expect, asshole? You fucking sat there. Let me fucking get this out for a second. What the fuck did you expect? Being married, having 3 kids, and
My head feels like a vagina having an
You better
aneurysm.
secure that fucking
Your
marriage.
vagina
bud.
having an aneurysm?
You are getting on and
Do you have a
care
vagina?
about your kids as much
He
as
sure
you say you
does.
fucking do. You
Wait,
can't
push on my
fucking
sinuses
sit
like my
there
dad
and
did
talk
last
about
night.
Skeksis
Not hard though,
and
you
Your son had a
fucking
vagina?
dwarf
You gotta do it
in
hard,
another
dude. That's how you do it
regions
because
of
it
the
releases
fucking
the
outer
Did you?
universe and do all that
That's why they're
shit.
called pressure
And
points.
think
Did
that
you know
it's
your
not
son-
gonna fucking come up in
Matthew.
court that you're a kook
Has a
and you
vagina.
get
Your
to
son
play it
has
all
a
off
vagina.
as entertainment.
I play my hair.
And I don't know if everybody saw
Full
that,
of
but
sand.
that was his excuse. Alex Jones
Yeah.
is just a character.
He needs to
He
clear
broke
that
the
shit
fucking
out.
fourth wall. He broke
Right?
the fucking fourth wall.
It's got
on
an
it.
itch.
It's like, what the fuck did you expect to happen?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, really?
You know what I'm saying? I covered that as well. Like, hey, it comes out in court, this is just an act or a character. So, yeah, I mean, what did he really expect when you're talking about
There's
chemtrails and shit turning to frog's cake?
Audio and video of you acting like a fucking jackass lunatic. What the fuck did you expect would happen? Straight up. You fucking loot.
What the hell are you
Oh,
doing?
that's exactly what it was, man. And when it comes out that it's a big old show, and then I still get people on my friends list that are posting links from InfoWars. Well, it's Paul Joseph Watson, it's not Alex Jones. What, you think that Paul Joseph Watson isn't playing a character at some point in time, or has a written agenda or something that he's trying to propagate? For Pete's sakes, man, when it comes down to it, you need to start paying attention to the media shows that are out there, and I'm talking alternative as well, that the people are just going out there unscripted and talking the truth. Like we do right here, like they do at J-Rev Radio, man. We go out there, yeah, we have a few notes because we're trying to stick to a few things when we're talking about it, but for Pete's sakes, we're just talking about it out of our experiences, out of what we're seeing from our own eyes. And I'm sorry,
Barbecue honey roasted Jesus.
Barbecued honey roasted Jesus. That's all we're trying to put across is it's our own opinion, but maybe our opinion makes a little bit of sense.
Right?
I would hope that everybody that listens to all of our shows also understands that we've been at this a long time, are pretty fucking well versed, and even in our opinion pieces, they're based in a lot of fucking
Trips back?
Line is on.
Yeah.
I guess liberty intelligence, you would call it. You know what I mean? Like we have done our research. We have read a lot of books. We have looked into a lot of different things. We have spent the better part of, I don't want to spend all my free time doing that shit, but I can't help myself. So that's how we got to roll with it. But there's also a certain amount of the audience that, don't worry, we'll take you along for the ride, kids. But, I would like to think that the fucking audience knows that we know what we're talking about to a certain extent as well.
Oh, baby doll.
This ain't just coming out of nowhere.
I mean, we wouldn't even talk about a lot of these subjects or current events, things of that nature, if we didn't see the shit and be like, wait a minute, and cross-reference and find out what we, at the end of the day, we're all kind of like that. We're not, I don't like labels and shit, but essentially that's what we are. You just take shit, you not regurgitate it, but you try to give it to people in a way that they can kind of comprehend it a little bit better. Especially with all this chaos and shit that we're dealing with on a daily basis. But, yeah, I mean, when it comes to Jones and shit like that, that was like one of the first people that I ran into, because I was like, who was out there talking about the shit? And then I found the Grove video, and then I found out about him and his show, and all these things, Mark Dice, all these things throughout the years of finding these people. And then later on, a few years later, being like, you know what? Not going to follow them anymore. Not really going to go to them. I'm just going to do what I do. And that's kind of why I got into doing radio, because there is a niche for people like us. People want that down-to-earth perspective. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody that they can relate to. And if that makes sense, somebody to relate to, or somebody that they can turn to and be like, this guy is kind of like me, or this host, you know what I'm saying? I can relate to this person because they're not
Yeah, let me get some more oxygen.
Yeah, we're not boosted. You know what I'm saying? We're not thrusted into the atmosphere of that's another thing. When it comes to alternative news media or the alternative activism, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain hierarchy, even in this, and that shit depresses me. That shit gets on my nerves. You know, it's like you have to work for certain people.
I don't play that shit, son.
I didn't know you were blowing out. I was like blowing out.
I live scrub life. Let's go.
See? That's how I know she's still alive. I just like crack those little jokes around there.
Just a little bit ago. So.
But I just want to point this out before you go, and I'll let you, plug whatever your shows, whatever you got to do before you get out of here, Chirp. And thank you for joining us.
J-Rev Radio on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights at 8 p.m.
What kind of candle
Central.
would that turn out to be? If you make it black and a white
one. Just fucking talk over my fucking plugs from Lee. Thanks.
I'm getting your plugs every time you're on now, brother. I got to give you that lovely radio, that depot. When I'm talking, what is the rule? Okay? Jesus.
Fuck. Hey. No, not little dinosaur. What is that? Fuck is
when I'm talking, oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I forgot the rule. I'm sorry.
Trip. I'm going to plug your show every chance I can.
I'm sorry. I just want to say something before Trip. Yeah, before you jump out of here, like I said, we talked about this on your show, but Jack Ludd coming back around, man, that's essential. You know what I'm saying? I listen to that dude's show, even if he doesn't know that. And I've told him that in the past. We've had him on shows. Jack is one of these people that I draw influence from, one of the pioneers,
That's the walk, man. He does.
What the hell have you done to me?
So I appreciate what he does, and I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. I listened to his show earlier today. But, yeah, Trip, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to be around. I'll check you out on your shows. If anything, man,
you okay?
I'm listening. I'm checking out what you're doing. And,
about to kick in the break time.
I appreciate it, man.
Talk again.
Hanging out with us.
Oh, God, now we got to shut up.
Thanks for giving me a platform that's not fucking, that I don't have to create the criteria for. I appreciate it.
you know, brother, man. Like I said, kids, J-Rev Radio, Wednesday nights and Sunday nights, you can listen to Post Politics with Trip and Zach, man, our bros from another host, or not to be disrespectful in any of that matter. It's just what rhymed. Okay, I felt really bad the instant I said it. Well, feel free to use it, man. Don't worry.
Bros from other hoes. I like that.
Anyway, kids, we're getting ready to kick into the break here, man. Check them boys out on Wednesday and Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Central, each and every time. Thanks, Trip, once again.
Much fun, guys.
Yeah, big thanks to SARS for joining us. We're going to kick into a break. We'll come back, and me and Dennis are going to give some final thoughts before I get on out of here. It's about time. Head to the motherfucking bar.
He's going to smoke myself fucking retarded.
So, yeah, we're the boys are going to smoke us down. And so,
seriously.
No, you'll be fine. Don't worry. I got you.
Well, you're having one after this, too. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I just come over to
Now, we're not having this debate right now. We're getting into some tunes, kids. We will be right back here with final thoughts from the tag team champs on the Friday Night Super Show, baby.
Choices always were a problem for you. What you need is someone strong to guide you. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. What you need is someone strong to guide you. Like me, like me, like me, like me. If you want to get your soul to heaven, try just do everything I tell you to do. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. Jesus Christ, why don't you come save my life now? Open my eyes, blind me with your light now. Deaf and blind and dumb and born to follow. Let me lay my holy hand upon you. My God's will becomes me when He speaks. He speaks through me. He has needs like I do. We both want to rape ya. Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been out your head. I hold deep in muddy waters. You practically raised the dead. Rob the grave to snow the cradle and burn the evidence down. Soapbox house of cards and glass, so don't go tossing your stones around. You must have been high. You must have been high.
babies, we are back where the party is, where the real happy hour has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the mouth laughing and scratching at you back here along with my tag team partner, the mouth. The mouth. Leave here. Holy shit. I need to get to the fucking bar here, kids. No, kids, I'm here with my tag team partner, Dennis Ford, Mr. fucking Friday Night, in case you don't know. All right, for those of you out there living underneath a motherfucking rock, we are the tag team champs of Talk Radio, and we're about to wrap up this episode of the Friday Night Super Show. There apparently seems to be a dogfight going on outside. Michael Vick might be out there. I'm not entirely sure. No.
Tag team sex.
They don't make that sound when dogs have sex.
Tag team sex?
Well, I don't know. You would think if it was tag team sex that one dog wouldn't be barking.
3 are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep.
Biscuits.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up with some last thoughts here, some final thoughts here from the tag champs. And so, Dennis, it's just you and me, so we've got the next 45 minutes to carry on as long as we want. I'm going to let you kick it off, man, as always, champ.
Yeah, thank you, man. If anything, we kind of went through everything that we needed to discuss here tonight. And like I said, I definitely have to get some rest here tonight. I'm running on exhaustion and caffeine and nicotine when I can get it. But, just completely exhausted, man, with my own personal shit that's going on. So, like I said, I'm happy with tonight's show. We'll be back next Friday, I'm sure, doing whatever we have to do. Maybe a guest or somebody can join us. I'm pretty sure normal people would show up on the Friday Night Super Show. But, man, I'm in the process of working on my own life and where I want to be and what I want to do. It's funny, we were talking during the break there about parents and shit because, you know what I'm saying?
You ever, read those
Don't get me wrong, I love my father to death, and he wasn't always the best father in my life.
See?
But at least he was there.
Look, you found it.
He was married to my mother for 30 years.
Told you.
30 years plus. And we didn't always get along, you know what I'm saying? Shit was rough at certain points, but, he's still my dad, man. I can never deny that. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of traits from him. A lot of shit was passed down through my father to me. Again, my father was a functioning alcoholic. I mean, he worked a 9-to-5 job. He was pulling parts. He was working at a fucking junkyard, pulling parts and drinking during the day, and they let him do that for 20-plus years, and finally, things didn't work out. But, like I said, he's not going to win the Father of the Year award every year, but at least he was in my life. A lot of people don't even have that, so to wrap everything up full circle, you know what I'm saying? If you have your parents in your life, you know what I'm saying, just cherish those moments because you don't really know, and not just parents, but children as well. You never know what can fucking happen in life, man.
You never know when your parents are going to stop.
But when it comes to family, those things are fucking important. To everybody. That transcends everybody out there. And, if the family is one thing, friends are another thing. We all know how friends have done us in the past, but like I said, just cherish the time that you have with your parents. That's all really that I have for a final thought here tonight, because next month, it'll be a year that my mother has been gone, and trust me, this last year has been, it's been something I never signed up for, and it's amazing I've made it this long, and like Ted Johnny always reminds me, you know what I'm saying, giving up is not an option. You gotta keep fighting, you gotta keep getting up and doing what you gotta do. Survive by any means necessary, and it's
that's right, I said it to my daughter earlier today, man. You've got to. Everybody fucks up, but you got to get up. You got to dust yourself off, and you got to learn from that shit. You do. That's
all
just
the
how
shit we
life
go
goes,
through
man.
In our personal lives, I just want to say this: all the shit, it sounds kind of corny and cliche. But the shit that we go through, the struggles, are what makes us who we are. You know what I'm saying? This shit makes us stronger at the end of the day. And maybe I had to go through this, in the last year to find out who I was as a person and what I'm really trying to accomplish in my life.
And ladies and gentlemen out there, I hope you're out there identifying with that, because everybody goes through that. Everybody goes through these periods, man, where all of a sudden you're going, whoa, I didn't quite know that something like this could exist. Can I?
Like at age 48.
Trust me, man.
Should I follow this road
Ladies,
or not,
kids,
man?
Geriatrics, old people.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, trust me,
I'm
life
getting
is
there
gonna throw you a
myself.
curveball every once in a while. That shit is gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Get more senior
that's
discounts than
gonna
you.
come down the pipe. That's gonna be like, you know what?
I get
You either
ideas.
let it destroy you, you either let it end you, or you let it,
Your dad made
not
it
let it do
Exactly.
anything to you. You just get on your feet
I
and keep
got
walking,
ideas.
and you keep doing what you do. And I had my own shit that was going on. Lee Pierre, you know about this. I was frustrated at people that had no reason for my anger and my projection on anger towards these people. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the,
do push-ups.
I consider them family, and I was lashing out towards these people because I didn't know how to control what I was dealing with. But
I don't know what you're talking about, man, because as far as I'm concerned, that didn't happen.
Push-ups? Any push-ups?
I told
How many
people
can I do?
basically, to eat shit and leave me alone, and people were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
How many push-ups can
We're
you
here to
do?
help you, and you know what I'm saying? It's
like
just, like you posted the other day, man. It's like life is like a
60.
It's just like a TV show. Like
70.
commercial break
Right
for
now,
happiness,
70.
and go back to the
70.
drama when the show comes back on. The old Deadpool movie shit. Train wrecks and shit. I don't even know what the quote is,
Does
but
he even
either
say
way,
that number? It's like
like I said,
7-0.
Lean on that.
like I said, I'm trying to get back to where I need to be, and I don't want to be much longer here tonight, Lee, because I know you got
Alright,
shit to do.
so I'll do
And
your...
I'll be here next Friday, regardless of
For sure,
what's
man.
going on in my life.
For sure.
I cherish this show, and I cherish people that are involved in it. And like I said, I'm working on where I need to be, maybe possibly my own show coming back.
Right.
And I need that, you know what I'm saying? I need to do that. And that's where I'm at with everything. So next month is going to be kind of crazy, but, I'm going to make it through it. There is no other option at this point. So
that's what we got to do.
Thank you for everything, man.
Well, man, I love you to death, brother. And this is what we do, though. We keep on soldiering on, regardless of the fucking for Pete's sakes, am I still talking here?
No.
I don't know. I've only said this 100 times tonight, guys. Let me finish this and we can get off the show, and then you can talk all you want. I promise. Okay.
Yeah, are we done here?
Finally, we can get right up here into my final thoughts for the evening, man.
Which is always entertaining.
Look, we've dived through a whole plethora of topics here this evening, from North Korea to government interference in your lives to the unholy thing that is organized religion, ladies and gentlemen. But it boils down to one simplistic reason. You've got to be able to make a cognitive decision for yourself. If you can't discern from when somebody's blowing smoke up your ass so much that it's shooting out your fucking nose, then you really need to stop and take a look at what you're thinking about, man. What is your priorities in life? Is it just for your own personal gain? Is it just for your own pleasure, your own gratitude? Or is this for something bigger than even you are? And you've got to think that there's something bigger than you are, even for those of you who out there are still religious. You absolutely believe that there's something bigger than you are. Yet you let a book of man tell you what that higher power is supposed to be telling you. When, in truth, that connection should be between you and that higher power. Now, you can sit and live a lie or be led by the nose. That's up to you. It's not my fault. It's not my duty to lead you down that path. It's my only duty. The only thing that I've seen as my destiny is to make sure that you at least know you have a fucking choice. You all whine up about freedom of choice with whether or not you can kill a baby, but you don't know how about freedom of choice as to whether or not to live your own fucking lives. It's incredible. You think that you can shun even the most simple responsibility as to, like, not kill anybody. Put that off on the government, let them write a little piece of paper and give their jackbooted thugs a couple guns to enforce it as if that's going to make it go away. But if you have the moral complacency within yourself to think, you know what, it's probably not cool to go and kill somebody else. It's probably not cool to rape a woman. It's probably not cool to molest a child. You know, these are the simplistic things that go in your head. Dude, I grew up with the most fucked up parents in the world. They didn't give a shit what I did. I got to run free and have all my own choices. You know what I never chose to do? Kill someone. Rape someone. Molest someone. Hurt someone. It wasn't there because it's not inherently put into us. You can stop. You can look. You can observe. You can see exactly what I'm talking about each and every day as you walk through society. Now, whether or not you want to believe it, whether or not you want to see it at this point in time, that becomes irrelevant because it's going to happen regardless of what you're doing. There's an Olympic stacking contest going on here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the real happy hour comes up. They spilled the stack. It's a fucked up game of Jenga with something going on here. But anyways, we're going to wrap the show up. For Dennis Ford, for Trip Pugh, for Ted Jotte, for the Sarge, Cock, Boy Wonder, Girl Wonder, everybody who's been a part of the show tonight in all your chaotic, beautiful ways. We love you to death. Thank you for listening tonight. I'm the Mouth Kids, and we're fucking out.